Welcome back to this full body mobility routine. From standing, draw the right knee up and we're going to open up the ankles to start, just rotating gently in one direction and then rotating in the other direction. If you do need a chair for some support here, by all means do use this, switching sides and moving into the other side, all the way through and then in the other direction. Moving into our knees, we're going to draw the right knee up and we're going to rotate through the knees, finding this circle as we move through in one direction and then repeating in the other direction. Inhaling and exhaling, and then from here release. Switch sides, drawing the left knee up, take your time, and then draw that circle on the floor as we move through the knee and switch direction. Really engaging the other leg as we move through. Release, take the foot to the floor. Draw the right leg out into leg lifts. So we're sweeping the leg forwards and back, inhaling and exhaling as we do so, keeping the body upright, nice and tall, opening up the hip flexors. Switching sides, coming into that side, moving through, inhaling and exhaling, making sure we're engaging the core as we move through. From here, release the foot down to the ground and then draw the right knee up. From here, we're going to open up the knee, drawing the knee back, and then bringing the knee towards the other knee before bringing it up in front of us. So we call it opening and closing the gate. So you draw the knee up, you open the gate, draw the knee out to the side, you turn the foot, draw the knee together, and then you draw the knee back up to the front, opening up, turning through the knee, and then releasing all the way down. So we're really opening up the hips and the knees here, drawing the foot in and bringing it back down. Coming up one last time, and then we're going to go backwards now. So from here, you just reverse the action. So we're drawing the knee back in as we come to the front, send the knee back behind you. Then you lift the knee out to the side, turn the foot, bring it in, closing the gate now, and send it back. One last time, drawing the right knee out to the side, turning the foot, and then bringing it all the way in. Don't worry if you sort of muck up a little bit. We all do it. So it's sometimes we lose our way, but just keep working through here, drawing that knee all the way back in and down. Continue to pull the knee back, draw the knee out to the side, turn the foot, and close the gate. One last time, all the way back, all the way up to the side. Bring that foot in, and obviously at the same time we're challenging that balance in the left hip at the same time. So now let's switch to the other side. So coming to the left side now, draw the left knee up, open the gate, draw the foot behind you, draw the knees to knees, and then draw the knee back up. Open the gate, turning the foot, bringing the knees together, and then draw the knee back up. Open all the way through and close. Great work. Deep breath in, opening up, turning the foot, knees to knees, and then bring it back through. Keep working through this as we work all the way back through. And draw it up. Inhale. Now let's reverse. So we're sending the foot back, taking the knee up to the side, and closing the gate. So push back, draw the left knee out to the side, turn the foot, and then close the gate. Continue all the way through. So we're lifting the knee to the side, turning the foot, and closing the gate. Again, we're working on that balance in the right hip now. Inhaling, so opening in that rotation. So this is articulation of the joint here as we release. Great work. Bringing this in as our last one and release the foot down. So from here, I just want you to walk out through the ankles and the toes, the knees, and then take a slight straddle position. So we're slightly wider than hip width, and we're taking some nice little hip circles here. So maybe just starting off nice and small, and then working out into a bigger circle, changing direction, finding lots of nice movement here, soften into the knees slightly here as well. So we're really just opening up into hips. And then from here, bring the feet together, press the palms together, and now we're circling the upper body. So try and keep the lower body rigid as you move the upper body only. So all through the ribs, upper back, chest. in reverse direction. Again, just imagine you're drawing a circle on the ceiling, inhaling and exhaling. Great work. And then just release the hands down by your side. Take your right arm up to the sky, and we're going to open into arm circles. Now, as you draw the arm up, you're thinking about how you're articulating through the shoulder joint before bringing it back round. So opening up the hand, reaching as far back as you can before coming back round. Switch direction. Now, the main thing here is to be really aware of not twisting through the body to get the rotation of the arm. If you have got restriction in the shoulder, you may find you naturally want to twist, but what I would like you to think about doing is just finding what is feasible for you in the shoulder joint. It may be that your arm comes out a little bit wider, but it's worth just noticing this, maybe doing this in front of a mirror to really see the difference from one side to the other and working on building up and improving the rotation through this area. Switching direction on this other side now, all the way through. Deep breaths in and exhale out. Don't force the joint, just find what feels right in this joint. Deep breaths in and exhale it out. Great work. Take the arms out in front and then let's draw the elbows back behind us. So you're pulling the scapula together with shoulder blades. So really drawing back, finding some opening into the collarbone, into the chest, and at the same time getting some blood supply and a little bit more warmth into those shoulders. Taking the arms up above you now. Same thing, we're just finding some rotation through the shoulder joint here, getting lots of lovely blood flow into this area, inhaling and exhaling. Make sure we're engaging the core as we reach up and over, and then releasing the chin to chest, taking some circles through the neck. Take your time here. What you do need to be aware of here is you're not shrugging the shoulder up to the ear, and you're actually trying to draw the ear towards the shoulder. Again, you may notice some slight restriction on one side more than the other. It's quite normal for some people. For some, there might be a heavier restriction, so this should help just to improve and mobilize the area a little better. Don't force the neck, but you may indeed feel a little bit crunchy, but don't force it beyond what feels natural for you. Inhaling and exhaling. From here, nice deep breath in. We're going to draw the head up, looking over our right shoulder. Just take a note of where the chin comes to above the shoulder. Maybe again you notice a little bit more restriction one side than the other. Nice deep breaths in and out. And then from here, draw the chin down. And then we're going to take the arms out in front of us. So we're just going to take some nice little sweeps of the body. So we're kind of a bit of an opener for the torso basically here, torso and hips, and coming down into the ankles. So we're starting to get a little bit more of a full body movement here, really moving through the body, finding some nice space, and let those arms kind of just swing out. Don't force the arms. Now walk the hands down to the ground. And you're going to step your right foot to the outside of your right hand, lifting the chest up nice and high. And we're just going to pedal forwards and back through the back leg. So again, finding a little bit of a deeper stretch here into the hip flexor. Now, if you find just in this stretch alone is enough, that's fine. Take the right arm up high to the sky and turn the feet so they're facing forward to the side of the mat. Opening up the IT band here, inhale, exhale, ground the hands down, switch the legs over. So take the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Nice deep breaths in, so taking some little hip stretches here, opening up the hip flexors, pushing out through the Achilles and the toes, inhaling and exhaling, and then inhale, rise with the left hand, and then turn the feet, finding this nice little stretch coming into the IT band before releasing hands back down to the ground. Walk the feet in into this down dog or V position. And pedal out the backs of the legs. So we're just getting some warmth into the backs of these hamstrings, the calves and the Achilles. Inhale and exhale. Make sure the fingertips are nicely spread out on the mat. And then we're going to take some little shoulder pumps here. So just gently releasing the head between the shoulders, allowing the shoulders to release. Deep breaths in and out. And then as we exhale, we're going to step the feet to the outside of the hands and come into a little functional squat. So just to start off with, that might be just to hold it here. But for Everybody else, I'd like to see you bring your hands down to the floor and start to move into the hips and the knees and the toes. If you've got even better balance and you want to work through your balance as well as your mobility, you can take your hands away from the floor as you move through the ankles and toes. Unfortunately, I've got a little bit of an ankle injury here, so this is the extent to what I can go to at the moment. And then let's switch sides, so right hand up to the side. So we're kind of opening up into ribs, into torso, opening up the shoulders, opening up the chest, inhaling and exhaling, as well as working into knees, ankles, and hips. Take the hands out in front of you for a nice deep stretch, opening up through the back. And then we're going to slowly walk the hands back and ground the hands down to the mat, step the feet back behind you, coming into like a plank pose, and then release the chest to the floor. Ground the hands down by your chest, roll the shoulders down the back for a cobra pose. Deep breath in, opening up, extending through the back, and then exhale, release. Take the arms out to your side and take your left foot behind you. And then we're going to switch to the other side. So again, we're kind of finding this lovely little opener into the back, into the hip flexors, just opening up that full body here. Good work. Deep breaths in and out. And then from here, once you've done your twists, we're going to come back down to the ground. Nice deep breath in, take the hands by your chest, roll back up, take the knees out to the side, and we're going to draw the elbows forward. So we're going to come into this frog pose. Feet are in line with the knees, sitting the hips up in line with the knees, and then you're going to look to sink the hips back. So we're deepening the stretch into the hip flexors. And then we're going to roll forward, releasing one foot, and then roll forward, releasing the other foot. Continue all the way through. Great work. From here, let's draw the knees and the toes back in, and then let's walk it out onto our bottom. So coming into our bottom, we're going to sweep the knees side to side. So these hips and knees should be so open. The whole body should be feeling much more looser, and we're finding that we can move a little bit more comfortably now. So this is my variation on a modification of a more difficult exercise. So you can lean back and move through. You can sit up and move through. So opening up, you'll probably feel a nice little massage into that bottom doing this version. Inhaling and exhaling. And then we can make this a little bit more difficult. So we are going to be coming up and out onto our shins in a moment. So nice deep breaths in. Exhale. And then from here, let's come up into the shins, pressing up and out, and then release. So you roll out onto the shin and up onto your knee, and then you just switch sides, rolling up onto the shin and up onto your knee on the other side. Continue. Deep breaths in as you rise up, exhaling as you release. Great work. Keep it going all the way through. And then from here, let's take the feet out in front of us. And we're going to just grab hold of your left leg, and we're just going to take some little leg extension and flexion. So opening up the hamstrings. One final time, really just making sure we've got lots of good blood flow through this whole body. Really feeling nice and warm now, hopefully. And then we'll switch sides. So let's get into the other side now. All the way through. Nice deep breaths in and out. Great work. Keep it going. And then from here, we're going to release the feet to the ground. And let's take it all the way down. So roll out through the back, bringing your body down to the floor. Grab hold of your right leg, extend the leg up to the sky. And again, taking those knee extensions and flexion. And we're kind of flossing out the back of the leg here. So just completely releasing any tightness in the leg. You can make this harder by extending the left leg down, which I'll show you in modification as we take a deep stretch here. So stretching out into the back of the hamstring, taking some little pulses here. Now, please be careful when you're doing this. Do not push the leg beyond what it's capable of managing. And then you can take a final hamstring stretch here, extending the left leg out in front of you. Nice deep breaths in and exhaling out. Inhale. And as you exhale, let's switch sides. Flexing and extending that knee. Deep breaths in and out. Great work here. And then from here, we'll extend the leg up to the sky, and we're going to be extending that right leg out. So nice deep breath in, drive the foot up to the sky, all the way up, and then extend the right leg down and bring that leg in towards you. So just taking some nice little pulses here. So again, I'm showing you a modification here where you can keep your knee bent if you prefer. Otherwise, extend that leg as we did before. And now start to pulse the leg, drawing it in and out, just allowing yourself to release into the stretch here and extending that bottom leg out completely if you haven't already done so, and take that nice deep stretch, maybe taking the hands to the calf or to the back of the thigh, wherever feels comfortable. From here, let's take the right leg across the left knee, and we're going to take our figure of four pose here. So taking the hands behind the thighs. If you do struggle with this, just take your hands down by your sides of your body and just draw the left knee towards you. This will still increase the stretch. Inhaling and exhaling, and switch sides. So let's take the left foot across the right knee, finding that nice deep stretch into the glute. Inhale and exhale. Nice deep breath in, and this time releasing the feet completely. We're going to rock and roll, coming up to seated after 3, 2, and last one. Massaging all the way through that spine, coming up to standing, taking the hands down to the ground, and then sweeping the arms up nice and high to the sky, sweeping the arms all the way down and reaching up nice and tall. So sinking low into those knees, reaching up high and releasing. So really just finding lots of lovely movement here, really finding the full mobilization of the whole body again. Inhaling and exhaling. Great work. So we inhale, rise, and exhale, release. Inhale, rise. And then from here, let's take the feet back together, roll those shoulders back, and just take a moment here to breathe. Nice deep breath in. Exhale all the breath out and release that body. Thanks so much for joining me, and I hope to see you again soon.